Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here in Orlando, Florida, with Michael Calentes at his restaurant, which is
Soseki.
Soseki, which is a sort of a hidden omakase restaurant. And you think, okay, there are a lot of omakase restaurants here, but this one is a little bit special. And we're going to explain in one way why it is, and another way why it's connected to a really cool cruise line that actually I'll be on in March. Michael will be on later. But we're going to talk about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Michael, first of all, great to see you. Tell us a little bit about your restaurant here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Soseki opened Soseki opened 3 years ago here in Winter Park, Florida, my hometown where I grew up. Just a 10-seat omakase during COVID, and so not the best time to open up something.
No, not really.
An intimate dining experience, but here we really celebrate what it means to be here in Central Florida. From all of our plates being done by local ceramic makers, as well as utilizing over 55 plus local farms within a 100-mile radius. So what does it mean to be a restaurant in Central Florida? We hope to explore that here at Soseki.
And you have a couple other restaurants too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Right next to Soseki, in this later year, we'll be opening a sake bar. We are very fortunate enough to get a Michelin star within our first year of operating, our first year of Michelin coming to Michelin coming to Florida, which was just huge for us. And then through that, the next year, Benjamin Coots, our beverage director here, was able to garner an amazing sommelier of the year. And so next door will be a great celebration of what he's done with beverage.
Now, what's your background? How did you get into this?
Oh yeah, kind of stumbled. Being a bad kid at being a bad student usually helps, and then you kind of find a rogue restaurant full of pirates that you just find your tribe. So right out of high school, went to culinary school, started working for Wolfgang Puck.
Oh, really?
4 years.
I know Wolfgang. He's a great guy.
Oh, he's amazing. So I spent 4 years there. I was 22 as his head sushi chef here in downtown Disney, here in Orlando. Terrible idea for a 22-year-old to run his own sushi bar. But had the amazing...
You got through it, though.
I got through it. I got through it unscathed, and it really got me the bug. Went to Vegas and landed at the 3 Michelin star Joe Robuchon. And that was...
very impressive. That's you
He's...
keep stumbling into this. You only work with top people, right?
Yeah, well, very fortunate to have some great mentors, and spending a few years with Mr. Robuchon and that team really, I always say that's boot camp right there. And then got to work as a sous chef with Eric Repair, Jennifer Carroll at 10 Arts in Philadelphia, a great restaurant under his brand. And then became a chef at the Aria Casino at Bar Masa by Masa Takayama.
I know that well. I was there at the opening for Aria as well, and Bar Masa, which is not there anymore, but it's great.
Not there anymore, but it was an amazing restaurant. Chef is the only chef with 3 Michelin stars in the country, so he was as strict as they come. It was definitely finishing school for sure.
Yeah, I met him too, so it's interesting. I like that. Now, tell me a little bit. How did you come back to Orlando here?
Absolutely. We had the opportunity, my wife and I, to open our own restaurant in Hawaii. We spent a few years there, but ultimately wanted kids. And if you want kids, you need grandparents.
You need Disney right next door.
A little Disney action too, something for them to do. So we decided to move back home. And I was at a restaurant group as a culinary director, but that itch to have your own concept and do something really came about, and curate a full program around some of the amazing staff that we have here. So almost the whole staff opening team after 3 years are luckily still with me.
Well, I tell you, the omakase trend, everybody wants omakase. Now, just sushi, they want omakase, and I've been lucky enough to have it a bunch of times, and it really, and obviously you've been recognized for it here, so this has been a pretty big success for you.
Absolutely. Omakase really means leave it to the chef, and what we do here is a little bit of omakase in the sense of just traditional sushi, but then there's just the other side. I spent half my career, 22 years now, now, half in Japanese, half in French and European. So you will find things that you may not find at a regular sushi bar.
So it's a little new wavy omakase.
Yeah, I'm just a little Florida boy doing sushi. So no gator on the menu, but
Well, it could still come, right?
still can still happen. We get them crossing the streets every once in a while here too.
Might as well use it. No, but that's great. I'm going to come back. I'm not eating here tonight, but hopefully another time that I come back to Orlando and give it a shot, because you're kind of booked out, right?
We've been booked for a couple weeks. Usually once the bookings come out, so it's a hard ticket to garner. We only have 10 seats. We do 20 people an evening, 4 nights a week. Which to me is too many. But it's great to just be able to, I always say, you're coming to dine with us and be at a seat at our table. We really want to take care of you, and we really want to build this relationship, get to know you as much as you get to know us. It's a great time.
Well, also, you're not just in Orlando, you're in Winter Park, Orlando, which is kind of it's a nice community here. I know some of the communities around here, and you chose, I assume you're nearby, you live nearby. So.
Right. I grew up moving from Jersey to Orlando. I grew up here in Winter Park High School, so I'm a local. And it just means the world to me that I went to high school, I went to middle school, culinary school here, and to garner it for the city that I grew up in and be the first Michelin star chef in Winter Park. Hopefully not the last, because this city is amazing. It was definitely a dream come true.
Well, it sounds like an amazing story. Now, one of the other reasons we're here to talk with you, because you're going to be like a guest chef, and you're going to put your cuisine on Sea Cloud, which is a tall ship sailing ship and I think it's going to be in October. Tell us a little bit about how that all came about.
Yeah, it came about from a great connection through Michael Hicks, through the Brightline group, and connecting me to Sea Cloud. They said, would you ever like to curate a program on a ship? I said, absolutely, why not? You can't get any fresher sushi than on a boat, right?
But it's not all the sushi again, but then you have to do the fishing too. So.
We'll have to do the fishing. A little work goes to it, but myself, what we really wanted to do is not just bring myself, but the team. And so my chef de cuisine, as well as Benjamin Coots, our beverage director, to do a couple different activations from wine and sake classes and sushi classes on the ship, but also doing just an exceptional last hurrah dinner, probably in the last moments of the cruise line. So I believe we are going from Nice, France, all the way to Barcelona, Spain.
You're in Barcelona, I believe that's the case, and it's in October. It's a special cruise, and you'll be on it.
Absolutely, and we want to hang out. This is not just a chef having dinner. We want to really go out to the excursions, meet our guests, and get to just to hang out.
Culinary demonstrations.
Absolutely, go eat some tapas and some wine with and explore a little bit, just like everyone else.
Well, you're going to get some more influences too when you go over there, I'm sure, and I'm sure you've had a chance to go over to Europe, but who knows what you're going to concoct with Italy and Omakase.
Oh, it's just going to be, the backdrop to do sushi on a 100-person sailboat in the middle of the Mediterranean. It's picturesque. It's going to be a dream.
I'm going on in March, and it'll be my first tall ship cruise. And I cruise all the time, but I've never done these big tall ships. And this is the classic Clipper cruise ships, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's on, I think it's Sea Cloud Spirit, right?
Sea Cloud Spirit. So I believe this is the newest and the largest ship that they have. But I've never been sailing. It'll be a very new, interesting experience.
Well, when you're unfurling the sails up on top of the mast, you got to tell me what you liked. They actually, you can do that. Apparently.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah.
Now, so you have this great activation coming in at this thing, and then I think you told me you have more restaurants to come, right?
Right. So we just opened up a hand-rolled sushi bar called Sushi Saint here in the downtown Orlando area. That one's kind of our new baby, as well as we are partnered with Four Roots Farm. This is a nonprofit farm by John Rivers and their Four Rivers team. It's going to be a regenerative farm based here in Orlando, Florida, in the center of town in Central Florida. Regenerative farm with restaurants, with full greenhouse and aquaponic system for it. Really to help educate that next generation on where your food comes from and having access to fresh food.
That's amazing. And I think you even told me you might be heading up in New York one of these days.
Yes, we'll be opening another Sushi Saint, a small operation hand roll bar in Long Island City, quarter 1, quarter 2.
So you got to take the 7 train to get out there.
Exactly. We got to head over to Queens a little bit, in Astoria, but super excited for that project. Great opportunities are happening. We just want to do our best, serve great food, and make people happy.
Now, where for the Sea Cloud, I know you can go to seacloud.com, and I think you'll find information on the cruise. And where do we find information about this restaurant and how to book it? Because it's a bit of a tough book, right?
Absolutely. You could go to sosekifl.com, SOSEKIFL.com, and we'd love to have you. We'd love to see you. We would love it in your notes if you mention that you saw us on here. Hopefully, you'll visit us on the cruise as well.
That'd be great. So you can get you there, and then I'm looking forward. I'm going to come back. Hopefully, I'll come back here before the cruise. I'm not sure I'm going to get on that cruise, but I would definitely want to try your food, whether it's here or. And this is a very special place. And again, how far in advance would you suggest? We're going out to 127,000 travel advisors who are advising their clients about where to go, where to eat, and everything else. How far in advance should they come and try to get a booking?
So we do book 60 days in advance. We drop the actual tickets the last Sunday of every month for the next 60 days or additional days. We book out about 2 weeks in advance, so definitely something to plan. For me, I'll book my tickets to any experience or restaurant first, and then I book my flight. But that's just me. I don't know about you.
It's a destination restaurant. You got to go there. And this is a destination restaurant in Winter Park, Florida, not too far from Disney, a little far. But Michael, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with us about this and the Sea Cloud cruise and everything else you're going to do. And I'm inspired. I got to come back and have your food there, and then when you get to Long Island City, we're going to try it out there too.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, happy to have you.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.